Good morning, crafty friends, or good afternoon, I guess, depending where you're watching from. And welcome to day 14 of my Crafty Advent 2023 live series. I am so glad that everybody is already over here in the chat, chatting it up. If you are here with us live, make sure that your chat box is on like live chat or all chat, just so you're seeing the latest messages, all right? If you are joining us here on the replay crew, make sure when you leave your comment below to include the hashtag replay so I know that you stopped by. Big shout out to my channel members who are in the chat, plus Bling Bling Crafter, because she's still trying to get that worked out with YouTube, so she shows up. But welcome to all of you, and thank you for your continued support. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen is my heads up for the live, like I have mentioned many times. When I get to crafting, or even like right now, the chat is flying. I'm not going to see every message that goes through. So if you have something that is specifically for me, like maybe about a product I am using or a technique I'm doing, something that needs my attention, please tag me. And to do that, you start typing in @callmecraftyowl. But I think it only works on like desktop or laptop computers. But once you do that, you can click on my name and it shows up for me in a nice red box, and it's very easy for me to see. If you're on a mobile device or one that will not do that, please type Alicia or Crafty Owl in all caps, but the rest of your message can just be regular upper and lower case. All right. If you're new to the series, I am opening up my 3 Crafty Advent calendars every day from the 1st through the 24th. A majority of them will be live. I will be gone for a couple days to Iowa where they won't be. Still working out how I'm going to do that. But we open those together, and then we select which company's gift that I have to work with that day. And I can always use the other gifts that I got and past gifts that I got, but I'm trying to stick with just the contents that came in the calendar, besides my cardstocks and inks and my tag dies that we picked out on the kickoff. Now, speaking of the kickoff, yesterday I had a lot of questions about what the secret words are about and what to do with them. I would suggest checking out that kickoff video. I give an overview of how this is going to work. And then at the end of the month, I will be back with a video to tell you exactly how you can enter to win either a Spellbinders or a Crafter's Companion Advent Calendar if you are a US subscriber. But good news, if you're here in the live chat with us today, at the end of the stream, no matter where you live in the world, you can enter to win today's tag if you want to. So I wanted to do a little recap of my overhead. I want to do a recap of my tags, but on my overhead camera. So here are the 13 that I have created so far live with you. Now, barring this one, because day 5 was a little wonky, I had to do recorded. But again, they all use the same color palette that we chose in that kickoff meeting. And we just make a new one each day. While I am overhead, I do want to tell you about a video I think you should check out. But let me move this to the side. All right, so I have been, again, I'm not the best colorist, but I do like to color little bitty images that don't need a whole lot of realistic looking detail, right? And I have been using Olo markers lately, and many of you have asked me about these, like how they work, all that stuff. I did see that yesterday on the My Favorite Things channel that Libby had Lori on, and Lori is who, like, my daughter and my sister and I learned from at Stamp Joy how to use Olo markers. So the video is a little bit choppy, like Lori's video, but you can still hear her and still learn about the markers. So I do have that video linked. I think it's right at the top of the description box below if you want to check it out when today's video is over and, find out if maybe you want to add some Copics to your alcohol marker collection. Let's go ahead now, though, and get our Advent calendars open, right? Oh, I see some people are asking for a stamp of approval. Yes, if you will hit the thumbs up on this video, share it with a crafty friend, I would really appreciate that. Oh, I also forgot somebody who is at Nan just said cats. Yes, my musical t-shirt of the day, I did find a couple more that were not packed away, or stored away, is from Cats. I saw it for the first time maybe a couple years ago. Maybe not my favorite musical, but it's a classic and I enjoyed it. So yes, I'm going to see how long I can wear my musical t-shirts this week. Okay. So first up, as always, is Spellbinders. We're looking for day 14. Right here in the middle. And it is teeny tiny, you guys. This is probably like maybe a little over 1 inch by 1.5 inch. Give me your guesses in the comments. I am going to guess, because I think a stamp set would be bigger, I'm going to say either embellishments or a die set. I know some of you are like, oh, why do we keep getting die sets? Honestly, I love Spellbinders dies, so I'm super excited. All right, ready? All right, so we show a little ice cream cone. Is it a stamp or is it a die? Let's look. Dies. So here. Let's see what we got. A little cherry in a stem, some sauce to go on our ice cream ball, and then a cone with some waffle texture. That's nice that you don't have to like draw in your waffle texture. I like that. Gotta get all those back in there. Then we will open up the next one. All right, Crafter's Companion. This one's always a little harder to find for me. You got to get the light just right. Okay, wow. Oh, there it is. Right here. I'm like, they didn't give me a day 14. All right. This is probably 2.5 by 2 inches. I'm going to guess some kind of embellishment on this one. Let me know your guesses in the comments in the chat. Speaking of that, if this is your first time catching us live, let me know that. And if you've caught us lots of days live, let us know that as well. Are we ready? No. Oh, stamps. I thought this might be a little bit. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Now, if you've been around my channel long, you know I've told you I love butterflies when it comes to crafting, but they do freak me out in the real world. Just their unpredictability of where they're going to go next. We took a girls' trip to Mackinac Island a few years ago, and they had like, you know, one of those butterfly houses that you can go in. That was like my worst nightmare. I had to stand the whole time with like my hands behind my back because I was afraid I was going to start batting at the butterflies. That would not have been good. And last but not least, we have our tailored expressions. And let's see what we got for day 14. I need to rearrange these. They keep falling over. So day 14. It's pretty flexible. It's skinny. I think this might be some kind of magnet, because sometimes they just give you fun, like, you know, like little notepads or little pens. I do need to make sure it's not a coupon though before I pull it out. Yep, I was correct. Let's see what our magnet says. Oh, a little card maker's quick reference. So it tells you like what size to cut your bases for horizontal and vertical cards and where to score them. Some layering panels, what they use for a mini slim. That's kind of fun. I don't have anything up where I can see it that's magnetic. I might just put it on my little tool chest right below me. All right, now is a good time. If you have a question that I missed, because those things are flying by, let me know, and then we will pick out what we're going to use for today, okay? I'm going to go ahead and set out the pieces for my ice cream cone die, so we can take a look at those when we do the drawing. I almost hope I get Spellbinders today, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead. So I will take off. There is one tailored expressions. Let me present that screen. There is still one tailored expressions on here, so I am going to go turn that off. Obviously, I cannot make a tag with a card maker's quick reference magnet. So we'll turn that off for today, and I'll turn it back on after we're done. And let's find out what the winner is today. Artist choice. Since I'm the artist here, I get to choose. Sometimes you'll get to choose if it's viewer's choice. So I think I'm going to try to make an ice cream cone tag. think that's what I'm going to do, guys. All right. So now I'm going to put away my other stuff from today. Keep this out. And bring in my kit, which is what I put together after the kickoff with my inks and cardstocks and dies that I'm going to use. So we'll definitely need toffee. Well, I guess probably won't need a stamp. Maybe we'll add a sentiment. Definitely going to need toffee for my ice cream cone. And need some white for my ice cream. Okay, so the stuff I am allowing myself to grab from outside of my kit are like metallic cardstocks and other neutrals. I think I'm going to grab a slightly off-white cardstock for my ice cream just to make it a little vanilla, like a little vanilla looking, okay? So I'm just going to bring in a piece of this. And I don't know if you can tell very well, but so here's the white cardstock, and then here's just the slightly off-white. I think that'll look better for our ice cream. And I'm wondering if I could get a double-decker cone on this. I think I could. So let's pick out 2 colors for our sauces, which we probably want the cherry and red. So I guess we'll just pull out all the rest of this. And then we'll make maybe some pineapple sauce. And I don't know, what could the orange be? We'll pretend like it's orange sauce. And I'm going to use the bigger tag so we have more room. I do want to bring in my markers because I might add some shading once the die cutting is done. Oh, and I need cardstock for my tags. It's almost hard for me to tell that that's the off-white. Let's start cutting. I've got to find all my pieces here. And I'm going to start with the toffee for the cone and the waffle texture. Let us know if you're crafting while you watch today, if you're just hanging out. I know Danny said she's playing her new game on her Nintendo Switch. All right, guys. So I thought I had my... Oh, okay, look. So my cone didn't cut all the way through. Apparently, I never put back my chipboard yesterday. I thought it went through there a little easily. So what I've done, because I noticed I just started using the Magic Mat, and I've noticed that it doesn't have as much pressure as my other plates. And I had that piece of chipboard in there, and it was working beautifully. But I forgot to replace that yesterday after I didn't need it anymore. So what I'll do now, just so I don't use more of the cardstock, is I'm going to lay that right in that cone, right where the cut was. And I kind of move it around to make sure it's not going to move, that it's settled in there. And now we will recut that. That went way off center. And now we have our cone, and I kind of squished the waffle. Oops. So now, here's what that will look like. So you get to add the texture to your cone. And I'll put those to the side for now. I'm going to cut two scoops of ice cream out of the off-white. Okay, Motto says, so glad you found a way to get your magic mat to work for your machine. I bet your chipboard tip will help lots of other crafters. Hopefully, because it's definitely worked, knock on wood, so far for me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was not paying attention. I was rolling that through and it slipped off my piece of cardstock. So let's try that again. I've really got to stop trying to talk and craft. I need to look at my tagged comments when I get to a good stopping point. Let's see if that'll stay in place. Oh, it's like getting staticky to the cover. Sometimes when my cardstock doesn't come out, I just throw it on my desktop, but there we go. And then I will do the yellow for my topping. I'm going to try to squeeze it in here. Get the most use out of my cardstock. Susan says the half scoop could be the bottom scoop. Who knows? Maybe I will try 2.5 scoops. We'll have to see. I don't even know what I did with it. So we have, and then again, I don't know what kind of sauce this orange stuff will be, but we're going to use it just to make a pretty colorful tag. It doesn't have to be real, right? And I'm just off to the side throwing the dies after I use them. This is a child's baking tray from IKEA, and I have a magnet in it. I'm just putting everything here so I don't lose it, because let me tell you, it can happen. And then finally, so the cherry and the stem come on the same piece, so we'll have to cut this twice. But I want a little, this is actually watermelon cardstock. Kind of like a pinky red. Ooh, that is a little cherry. And then bring back in the toffee for my stem. Don says butterscotch maybe. I was kind of thinking that too, although it might be a little bit dark, but we'll just say it's butterscotch. It's a rich butterscotch. All right, let's not lose that little stem. I don't want to lose my die either. I almost said I think we're done with that, but we need our tags. I can't make a tag without an actual tag die cut. Oh, I would love a dipped cone from Dairy Queen. And the reason I'm cutting 2 is just kind of for stability for the tag. And then I always sign the backer. Oh, here we go. Let's give a little. Thank you, Audrey, for being a member for 9 months. That is so awesome. Yeah. Oh, I love dilly bars. All right, now I think I'm done with the die cutter. That is kind of plain, so I need to, and our ice cream balls don't stick out very much. You know what I think I'm going to do first is figure out how the sauce goes on here so it fits right, and I'm going to get these added. And then I'll think about what I'm going to do with my tag in the meantime. Hold on, let me try to clear this out. So glad that you're enjoying the perks of membership, Audrey. Thank you. Okay, let's try it again here. So this is not a perfect circle here. So I'm going to try to get these put together so this lines up exactly where it should be to, you know, like the right. So it goes right up against the edge. So if you're wondering what channel membership is, you can support your favorite creators if they have it each month. And then you get perks in return. On my channel, I have membership starting as low as $1.99. And probably the most popular perk, and it is at that level, is the Sheetload Visual Archive. So you have a one-stop shop for all the past Sheetload of cards where you can link to the videos about it and the download. So if you ever want to check it out, find out more about the perks, there's a link below. It won't automatically sign it up, but you can still read about the different levels. All right, so now I have to figure out. Okay, I of course do not have a picture in my head of what an ice cream cone should look like. Does the top go in front or behind? Which one of those is correct? Let me know. So front or behind? I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at the screen, I don't know that either of them looks right to me. To me, this looks like 2 little faces with some hair on it. You know, like some bangs. I'm gonna have a couple drinks while you let me know what you think. I think, you know, like, I'm thinking if you were actually building an ice cream cone that both pieces had like a sauce on it, I think you'd put your scoop on, put the sauce in, then put the other scoop on. So I think front might be correct, but let's see what you guys think. Somebody said just on top. I think I want to overlap just a little bit. And I think I mostly see fronts. All right, I'm going to go with front. All right. Susan says to take off the hair. Unfortunately, this thing is glued down now, so we're going with it. But yeah, maybe hindsight 2020, I should have not. And let's go ahead and get our little waffle texture on there. And I did see some new people said they just joined, so welcome. I'm glad you're here. And I have not given any secret words yet or anything, so you're right on time. Which I almost forgot again. I need to give you a secret word, so I'll be thinking of it. I did have to change some settings yesterday. So please, it's very important now that you do not use the secret words in the chat to point it out. Now, again, you can always type the secret words if it's part of your message, but not to point anything out that they're secret words. All right. Let's get... Oh, this is tricky. It wants to wobble. Now, I do have glue smushing out. I don't know if you can see it, smushing out from behind the waffle texture. But one good thing about this is it dries clear, so it will be all good in the end. Now I want to do something with this. And while I'm trying to figure that out, I will give you the secret word of the day. Remember, this is a secret word. You are not to point it out in the chat or in the comments. If you do, unfortunately, you are disqualified from the giveaway. So today's secret word in honor of our cone will be waffle, W-A-F-F-L-E, waffle. Again, in the final form, you do not have to worry about spelling that exactly correct. I just want to make sure that you know what I am saying. So today's secret word. And again, if you need to know about what the secret words are for, watch that kickoff video that is linked in the description box below, and it'll give you some more ideas. All right, guys. I'm going to bring in... I'm going to bring in my 3 blending brushes for my bright color inks. And if I don't like this, I can always redo it. Oh, I get, okay, here we go. It took me a minute. I was thinking the sauce. Let me find it. Monica says put pineapple on top so cherry shows better. Yes, great idea. Great idea. Because if I would have put like the red on top of the orange, it would not have. Yes, great idea. Thank you. All right. Good thing I did not glue those together yet. I don't know, guys. You know what? I'm just going to do kind of just a basic ink blend on this. Just so we have some color in the back and it's not, you know, all plain white. I still have not finished inking this pad. I need to do that. I'm just going to kind of have a festive tag here. And I think I'm going to bring in the Spellbinders border embossing folder from one of the first couple days. Cindy says, how many bonus words have you given so far? I'm not going to talk about like how many or which they're in. Some have been in videos, some have been in email newsletters. It's just some are for channel members, which I still need to do. So it's however many you find. You know, I won't say, oh yeah, in video 3, there's a bonus word, just because I really want everybody like you who is here watching and listening to be the ones claiming those, instead of people being like, oh, she said there was one on her Facebook group, so now I'm going to go search that, you know, just for it. I want those of you who are paying attention to those posts and everything to be the ones earning them. Thank you. I'm just going to put this toward the bottom and run it through for a little texture. And I'll go ahead and bring this back in. I'm going to hold this in place from the back with a piece of the removable tape. And now I think yesterday I discovered if I take number 2 off. Oh, about ran my waffle cone through. I think this was the right one. Ooh, that's still pretty tough. Okay, I did get a very good line in there from the embossing folder, but you know what? I think it looks good. We're going to leave that. Oh, wait, no, I needed that one on top. All right, I'm going to try to build this. I'm going to try to build this ice cream cone. And I'm going to turn, like, I think I'll angle them just a little bit, you know, so they don't look like they're sitting straight on top of each other. And let that sit under a block for a little bit. And we decided this would go in front of, right? So tilt that a little bit the other way. And now we got to figure out the cherry. Poke those holes in that. It does have, I don't know if you can see it, a little bitty moon shape, and I think that's where our stem goes, which, guys, I have totally lost that stem. I had a feeling that was going to happen. That thing is tiny. All right, I'm going to recut that quickly. Ruth has a question here. What is your favorite flavor ice cream, and would you still eat it in winter or when it's cold out? Yeah, I would eat ice cream anytime. And it used to be mint chocolate chip, but I do love to make banana ice cream. I use like a banana protein drink, so there's no sugar in it, and I have like an what's it called? A Ninja Creamy, so I can make it at home. I love banana ice cream. All right. Had to think what I was doing. I will try not to lose the stem this time. I'm just going to cut it off to the side. Yeah, you can let us know in the chat too if you only eat ice cream in the summer or if you'll eat it anytime as well. Okay, now we have our stem. I wonder if I could actually like slip that. Oh, I think it will. I'm going to try to slip that into that slot at the top. Yes. Okay. Yay, now it looks a little bit more realistic. It's coming out of there. I just have to figure out how I'm going to get it glued on the back. See. Oh, and share your favorite ice cream too. I see a lot of anytimes, a couple only summers. Oh goodness, this is fussy. I better concentrate. All right, I'm gonna hold that together. Get a drink here. Karen tagged me. She says, jumping on for a bit of the live. Welcome. Glad you're here. This is the first one she's made, and she's really enjoying the replays. Great. Yeah, so next year, if you want to know about the boxes, you might want to sign up for my email newsletter. I did send out a couple different ones when I bought my boxes, just to let everybody know that they were up for order, because they do sell out pretty quickly, and sometimes, like with Tailored Expressions, you can pre-order them. All right. Okay, I think that's glued. Be right back. All right, now we'll go back overhead and try to figure out how we want our cherry to go. I'm going to look at the Spellbinders box, although they probably tell me to do something completely different. Okay, so they just have it kind of sitting straight up on there. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue right at the top. And hold that in place. Put that block back over it. Ooh, maybe we'll bring in some of our sequins from, who gave Spellbinders, I think, gave me the sequins. Maybe I'll bring some of those in. And I know I brought in my markers to shade it, but I don't know. I don't know if I will actually do. I think, like you might not be able to see it there, but the waffle texture does give some kind of shading to the cone. So I think I will leave it as is, but I will pop that up. My cone is kind of wonky. It's not sitting very straight, so I'm going to purposely make it so it doesn't have to. And I have my, this is probably my 1/2 inch. This might actually be the Tailored Expressions roll of foam tape. But once I'm done with the live later today, I will update the product list below if you want to check anything out. I'm going to bring in my thinner roll to put some right down here at the bottom of the cone. I do not want to cut the bottom of my cone off. No. And, oh, sorry. Judy wants to know, what did I use to get the waffle coat effect? That was another die, Judy. So, Spellbinders gave me the triangle itself, and then I got another die that has that waffle look to it. Thank you, Vicki. Thank you for the encouragement. I know that the choices I make here each day with you might not be the choices you would make if you were crafting, but understand it's live. I have to get something done. And the beauty is we are all different crafters, right? But we all still make art. So thank you for the encouragement as I attempt each day here to make something live. Some days are better than others. All right. So it is almost time to draw for a winner. Karen says, I heard you and a couple others talking about Mount Pleasant. Do you remember Dr. Ira Deal, who was the optometrist there for many years and a good friend? I don't. I actually, because of the issues with my eyes, we went up to Iowa City to an eye clinic there. So I never went anywhere locally. So I'm not familiar. But I'm surprised I haven't, because it's a little town. Oh my goodness. I was going to burnish the back of the tape again, but I'd already pulled it off. All right, guys. So we'll do that. And yes, let's bring in our little sequins from Spellbinders, because I thought they matched the watermelon cardstock decently. Judy. So the waffle die is separate from the one that came with ice cream. Nope, it was part of the die set today. Both layers came in the gift today. I think I'd like to do odd numbers. I was going to do 2 up here, 2 smaller ones, but instead I'm going to do 1 large one up here and 2 of the smaller ones down here at the bottom. I was going to try to have them sit where the embossed dots were, because I don't think I can connect them. Maybe we'll do one here. Okay, I'm going for that. Get out my belly jelly to help me pick those up. And I guess I left it on there the last time. So when I do my art glitter glue or barely art glue, I like to put down the dot and then let it set for about 5 seconds to kind of get tacky before I try to put my sequin on. I just find sometimes that helps the glue hang on to that better. And then I roll that off. Oops. That one did not want to come off. I usually use the other end of my stick to kind of push it down in that glue. All right, guys, I'm calling it a day there. So here in just a minute, I will tell you how you'll be entered to win if you want to win today's tag. You do not have to enter to win it if this is not your cup of tea. But if you do, here in a minute, I'm going to pop up on screen the giveaway tool, and it's going to have something that you need to type into the chat box, and it should look exactly like it does on screen. But you know what? If you mess up once and you add a space or you forget the hashtag, retype that thing in correctly. You only get one entry no matter how many times you type it in, and you only get the entry if you type it in correctly. So let's go ahead. I think today, again, I did not set up what I wanted, so let me figure it out. All right. Today you are going to type in hashtag Advent14. It should look exactly like it does on screen with the hashtag, the no spaces, and then numbers for the 14. So I will give you 2 minutes to get that in. And while you're doing that, I'm going to clean up just a little bit here so we can get a good last look at the tag. Once the comments do slow down for the giveaway, please, if you have any final questions, type those in there. Just make sure you know to tag me or put my name in all caps so I know that you want me to answer it. And then we will say our goodbyes after Q&A time. And I'm going to write down the secret word before I forget it, which if you are joining us late, I do not always do it, but today's secret word is a waffle to go with our waffle cone. Got about 40 more seconds. Oh, and while I'm doing that, I will go ahead and sign the back of this with day 14. All right. Oh, go over and make sure that it's stopping here. Give about 15 more seconds just to make sure that we have everybody in there as I try to get these tags aligned. This is wanting to be, it's like they're slightly a different size, but I know that they're not. There we go. All right. Are we ready to find out who won? Give me some drum rolls over there in the comments. Give me some claps, some high fives if you're ready for the drawing. And all right. Oh, it did go up, so I'm glad I waited a little bit. We got a couple extra entries. Here we go. Let's find out who is winning today. Good luck to everyone. Even though you only maybe see 20 names on screen, there were 86 or 87 of you entered. Congratulations, Lisa. Lisa, you are today's winner. So what I need you to do is, where's it at? If you won today's tag, there is a Google form linked in the description box below. It's toward the top, and I'll need you to fill that out completely. It is 2 pages that you'll need to submit each page. If I were you, I would go ahead and just do it when we're done here, because at the end of the month, I'm not going back to track people down. So make sure you fill that out. So far, I think I just have one person who hasn't claimed. So that is going well. Yes, congratulations. I love how you're over there. Congratulating Lisa. I see some drum rolls. I see some high fives. Awesome. Again, get those last questions in that you want. I did see one. Oh, goodness. It really flew up now. Okay, I'm going to have to just find over here. Okay. I can't find it to bring it on screen, but Karen said, how long did it take for you to get used to the ATG? It looks big and cumbersome on screen. It definitely looks, I guess I'm so used to it now. It does look kind of big and cumbersome. You know, it's been so long ago that I started using it. I think the hardest part for me, it wasn't like the size of this. It was getting used to the trigger and how to stop and start the adhesive. But yeah, you know, if you have any wrist problems, probably not the adhesive, you know, the thing for you. But I love that you get huge rolls of adhesive. And like I buy mine, they're generic ones from Tape Jungle. And compared to like little tape runners, this is so much cheaper. So yes, I've noticed though lately that Amazon no longer carries these. Like I haven't looked in the big box stores, but hopefully they don't go out of sale or, you know, quit being sold, because I love those. All right. Let me know any final. Yeah, you cannot go backwards with the ATG for sure. Paula, wish I could find the refills easier. Yeah, I think somebody else mentioned too. So I get mine on Tape Jungle, and I buy them 144 rolls at a time. And they last a while. So definitely I would check out Tape Jungle. After the live, I will make a note here to link up the refills that I buy for my pink one. Now, if you have a different ATG, you'll need to look and make sure it's the correct one for your, you know, your little wheel inside, but you cannot beat the price on this. Seriously. And I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I do love to buy from there. Trisha said, I had to start getting mine at Michael's instead of Joann's. Like the refills. Yeah, see, the ones you're getting there are like the legit Scotch brand. I can't even think. I bet I pay maybe, oh goodness, if anybody knows in the chat, for a roll of adhesive, I bet I pay like around $1.25 or $1.50 a piece for each refill. And that might even be high. But you know, check them out. You don't have to order from there. I don't know if they do like free shipping or anything. But I appreciate their pricing. All right. I do want to point out again today, we are still above the mark I wanted to hit. We did go down overnight and went below it, but it popped back up. hopefully tomorrow it will still be above that because you know what's coming. All right. Okay, Teresa says she thinks it's around $1 a roll. Yeah, I mean, the price difference is crazy. And I saw somebody asked about it drying out. I haven't had an issue. You know, they're each individually wrapped. I haven't ever had an issue with it, you know, when I buy so many, them drying out. Okay, I don't know what Nightbot is talking about there. So let's all ignore this message from Nightbot. I thought we were done with like the ghosts and the aliens like messing with our chat box. Oh, Teresa says don't buy them in summer. All right, guys. Well, it does not look like there are any other questions. So I think we'll say our goodbyes for the day. I will show you the tag one more time. So here's the one that's going out to today's winner. Congratulations again to Lisa. And guys, until the next one, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.